Welcome to the first live stream of 2026. I finally got out to check on the bees. It's like 79, 80 degrees out here right now. I guess the sun's starting to go down, so it's going to start cooling off. But it looks like we've got two pretty decent hives. And one that I think's just getting robbed. I haven't seen as much activity. I have seen bees coming and going, but I'm half tempted to go lift the lid and take a look what's in there. I don't know what it is, but there's been a cold going around, and it beat me up pretty bad last week. So I haven't been out here to check on them since the snow hit. But it looks like two of them made it through winter pretty good. This is the hive we call the Del Dot hive, because I got it from the Department of Transportation area. And they're doing pretty good. She's like 4 years old now, I think, for a queen, if it's the same queen. And then that one little box was from, pretty sure it's from last year. But they're working. I can't really see pollen on them, but they're working something. Yeah, that hive might be a dead out, because I'm not seeing as much activity on there. But there comes a couple in and out, and they've got a hole in the side they're using as a side entrance. So there might be some life left in that one. And then our little short box there, it's going to need another frame put on it, or another box put on there full of frames, because they're going to run out of room soon, busy as they're going. Yes, Red Ironman, I see you behind me. Why don't you come say hi? I see you with your Jeep over there. Look at him. Went for a walk through the woods earlier, looking for sheds. Didn't find anything. Lots of deer trails, and with the amount of snow we had, you think you would see some sitting on top, but no. Jim, when I can catch my breath from this cold, I'm like dying here. Still. Walking through the woods for half a mile kicked me pretty good. I didn't see any signs of turkey, but I saw plenty of deer sign. I don't have any monster left, Ernest. You can't steal what I don't have. So am I going to open any up today? Well, I don't have my bee suit with me because I haven't loaded my truck up with anything yet. So I don't know if I am or not. If I feel brave, I might open that middle one up that's got less activity. But I don't really feel like getting stung today. I already don't feel the best. So they're really working on them on the N2 hives. I don't know what's in bloom yet because this is like today and yesterday the first warm days in a long time. So got to be pollen somewhere. Something's got to be starting to come into bloom. I'm just surprised with the amount of snow and ice we had in the last couple months that they're doing as well as they are. Uh-oh, I think I hear a rod knock in that Jeep. Is that the valve seats falling out of that 4.7 liter? Oh, he's going to get stuck. It's not a real Jeep. That's not a real Jeep! So we did a little moving some stuff around. At least my dad has the wood piles on, so now I can get easier access to the bees. I got a dead tree leaning right there I need to knock down, and some other stuff. So there's some more work I need to do on the property. But they're working the hive pretty good. I just don't see a ton of activity on that middle one. Every once in a while you see a couple bees come out, but I'm not sure that that's not the other two hives raiding the place. Oh, I got one buzzing me. I got in somebody's flight line. Hopefully she don't come back. Do I want to get stung by a bee on live YouTube? No, I do not, if I can help it. I've got one here that doesn't seem very happy that I'm sitting right here. These bees have historically been pretty gentle, but I think I made her mad sitting here. I am pretty close to the hives, but usually I can sit here on the stump and they don't bother me. As it gets closer to evening, they'll start working their way back in, and by dark they'll be pretty well closed up. And soon here we'll be putting out bee traps. I actually found one that I guess got left behind over here that I forgot about that was in that tall and the tall stuff over there. I went walking for the deer shed and I found it in there. I didn't know it had been there. So the frames in it still look okay. There was a mouse nest and some other stuff in it. So. Oh, that's a bot fly. That's not even a bee. Alright, I ain't gotta worry about that. I thought it was a honeybee buzzing me. It's a bot fly. So I have a behind the bumper winch to put on that thing there. That'll be a video coming soon. I just haven't had a chance to put it on. I'll get a video of the 40 running the suckle bar here eventually too. I need to use the 40 some more than what I have. And the 105 still needs some work. I got a new radiator for it, but I didn't get it all put in. The radiator's in, but not everything else is hooked up. You can hear the spring peepers now. Sorry about the shaky camera. I don't have a tripod with me. I'm balancing it on my knee. It's a beautiful evening compared to last couple months. The kind of weather we've been having. This is the first kind of weather you can sit out in. I wish turkey season was in. Still got a little ways for that to happen. Oops, sorry about that. Still not much going on with that one. Just occasionally a bee or two pops in and out, so I'm thinking it's probably dead out. 2 out of 3 ain't bad for considering the weather we had, as cold as it was for as long as it was and as much snow, especially in this area where that doesn't happen as much. I guess we should be lucky. I put a poll in the chat if folks would like to vote to see if they want me to do this more or not. I think next time I'll bring a tripod and just sit it here. If we get 10 viewers in the live stream, I'll open up a hive. At great risk of being stung to myself. Well, we lost a viewer. It looks like the folks don't want me to open one up. Well, we're back to 3. I need 7 more and I'll open the thing up. So share the video, get the views up, and I'll open a hive up at great risk to myself of getting stung. It actually, oh my cold I got. I'll open the dead out because I don't see much activity. I just got to sneak around the other 2 hives so I don't get stung by them. And then I'll open the lid up on that one. And we'll see what's going on. Only 1 viewer. Ah, we got 2. I guess I'm not going to open up a hive unless we can get more viewers. Alright, I'll do it anyways because I'm just curious. Alright, we're going to open that hive up right there. Do it. I've been told to do it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to sneak by the hives on either side. We're going to do this carefully and one-handed. Anybody home? Doesn't look like it. There we go. Alright. I'm seeing one, maybe two bees. Nothing much. See what y'all can see down in there. I see a few, but I think they're raiding. I don't see very much in the way of activity. So I'm going to very carefully, I don't have my bee tools with me. Alright. I'm hearing some humming, but I'm not seeing very much. Well, I hear some very angry. Well, that might just been a raider. Somebody got angry that I moved it. Let's see what happens when I get this frame moved over. Oh, well, we've got some, but I think they're raiding it. I think I've got quite a few dead bees. I don't have my bee suit. I don't want to do too much. There's enough in there. They might be raiding it though. They might just be in the lower box itself and haven't moved up. I think that's what's going on. They're just in the bottom. They kind of collapsed. And they are just in the bottom. I got one mad at me. I hate when they do that. Hit right for your face. Especially with no bee suit on. I'd like to get a better look. I also don't want to get stung. Yeah, that's a lot of dead bees. I don't know how well you can see it. But there's a mess of dead bees. There's some honey in here though. So it's just being raided. So they're just raiding it. There's a dead out that's being raided. So we need to pull them frames and try and get some honey out of it. I bet I could take this top box. Let's see if I can get pull a frame. Nothing on that. There's some here. This is hard to do with no hands. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this box over to the truck and we'll see what's in there. So I'm going to set this in my pocket for a second and hope it doesn't push any buttons. And we're going to see. It's not very heavy. And there are a few bees sitting on here, so we're going to put this on the truck to see what's in here. I don't see any wax moths. Maybe it just got too cold for them. Still here? We're still here. Yes, Garmin Instinct 2 Solar whatevers are not bee proof. And neither am I. Let's pull some frames here. If I can get them out. There's wax on that one. But nothing. Wax on that one. But nothing. Nothing. There's some comb. Nothing in it. Nothing. Some comb, nothing. Basically nothing in there. So they never moved up into the top. So I will take those frames home and we're going to check on the bottom. If I can get these picked up and put it back over, because there we go. So I will bring these home with me. For all of the 2 viewers watching this, getting stung now. There's a bunch of dead bees in the bottom. So they must have not made it through winter. They must have just got too cold for them, or they got iced in, or something. So let's go see what the bottom's got. Now, if there is honey in the bottom, that's what the other bees are raising, I'm pretty sure. Because I see a mess of dead bees and some scavengers. I don't have a smoker here. I'm pretty sure these are just scavengers picking through what's left. I'm going to set you in my pocket again. And I kind of want to take it and tip it up. So we don't get stuck. I don't have a bee tool here with me, a hive tool. Got somebody mad. I just got bumped. Alright. I think the thing to do is to back the truck over here and toss it in the back of the truck pretty quick. And then the raiding hot bees won't bother me as much. I'll put the lids in the spacer in the back of the truck. But that hive looks like it might have froze, being as they're all piled in together trying to stay warm. Back the truck right up there, pick it up, put it right in the truck, and when I head home they'll blow out, hopefully. And if it's within pretty close to where they're at, they'll find their way home. Back up here. very wisely going to put the windows up so I don't get stung. We're going to leave the truck running. And we're going to close the window up. Alright, going back in my pocket. We're going to pick this thing up and we're going to toss it in the truck pretty quick. Odds are I will get stung. Made it in the truck without getting stung for once, although they're probably pissed right now. So we're going to walk around and get in the truck, pull forward a little bit, and hopefully none of them join me in the truck and I can get out of the way. There we go. Wind the windows down and shut the truck off, and we'll take a look at what's there. Hopefully the other bees move off. You can get a good view of it didn't make it. I think the Raider's pretty well left. Yeah, that's a lot of dead bees. That's a shame. A few Raiders left. If you look in between the frames, there's quite a few dead bees in there. I can't see any capped honey. Well, there's some, maybe some, but they must have froze is what I figure. I don't know if I can get these apart. They're pretty gummed in there pretty good. I don't want to break frames because I don't have my hive tool. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing, no honey, nothing. Well, they were working on something there, but nothing's capped. They didn't make it. Nope. I got a Raider that's not happy with me. Alright, you backed off. That's a lot of dead bees. That's a shame. There's nothing capped. It's like they didn't put any honey up. There's some. There's a queen cell. But there's not a whole lot going on here as far as honey or anything else. They were trying to do something, but it just never got anywhere. I don't remember. I don't think this was a... I thought this hive was doing pretty good. last year. But they certainly, there's not a whole lot here. I'll put the frames back. Probably have to clean all that, get all them dead bees out and clean it up. But this is definitely dead out. I've seen them slimed by beetles before, and I've seen other things happen. I don't see the queen. I haven't seen her yet. She might be in there. Just a whole lot of... I don't know how long that hive's been out for. I'm just gonna put the frames in there and get them back home. I don't know what happened with this one. They certainly did not put any honey away. Got a lot of casualties. And that's a decent sized hive where the bees gone. Well, let's go take one more look at the successful hives. Yes, Red Arm, the other two seem very good. I'm hoping I can catch some more swarms this year and increase the population again. But I got deer tracks right up at the beehives. So the other two look like they're doing all right. I actually want to move them over to where that stuff is, so they're not so close to the woods. The other two are doing pretty good. As you can see, they're working. Let me get a little closer and see if we can see if they've got any pollen on them, or what we can tell. I can't see anything on them. Usually you'd see either white, yellow, or orange on their legs. But yeah, the other two seem good. I mean, I'm right up close to them and don't have a problem typically. They're usually pretty good. Only time I've really ever been chased by these bees is when I used the lawnmower and got a little too close. So we're coming up on 40, more than 42 minutes. Is there any other questions before I sign off and go home and try not to die of this cold that keeps sticking around? There's a robin hanging around. I got a dead tree leaning pretty bad there. I got another one laid over. Need to come over here and knock him down at some point. Well, we had good news today and we had bad news. And it happens. That hive is odd. I wonder what happened because they didn't have hardly anything set up. And that was double, so they should have been putting things away. But I didn't see hive beetles. There wasn't any wax moth stuff. It looks like they just, I don't know, didn't put enough stuff away from the fall and collapsed after that. Alrighty, I'm signing off.